Hello, hello, hello. Good evening.
Hey girl,
Hey, girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. You
Hmm.
know, I've just had a really funky day.
No, you didn't.
You said I didn't?
No,
Yes, I did.
no, you didn't. You don't. You shouldn't claim that.
Why? I'm trying to shift my energy a little bit.
Okay, well, let's not even talk about how funky it was.
All right.
Wait for the people to come on in. See that
Welcome,
we have
welcome,
people here. Hey, y'all.
welcome, welcome. This is ORNOT Podcast. I am Tasha Mack. That is my little sister. Yes, we have the same exact parents. They're the same people. They're both retired and they live in the same house and they watch the same TV shows and eat the same food.
Very
Shout out
specific.
shout out to the parents, huh? You said what?
Very specific.
Yes, yes. Shout out to the parents. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Danielle.
Just like that. And just like that.
And just like that, did you see the new episode?
Today's Thursday. Is today the new episode
No,
day?
I was on the last one.
Oh, it's from last week.
Yeah.
What was the last one about last week?
It was about Sarah Jessica Parker. That old lady was in the shop and she was like, it's like our people our age. And she was like, I am not her age type of thing.
Oh, the younger girl?
No, she's older. Sarah
I
Jessica
missed
Parker.
that. I missed that. I might have to go back and watch it then. You
And
know what?
she just wrote a book or something. And she was like, yeah, some, and it's some from our perspective or something. And she
Oh,
was,
yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, being getting older? Do you feel like you're now having an hour moment, like an hour day?
Oh, yeah, I have those moments often with Marielle because she's
Shout out to Marielle.
about 10 years younger than me. So there's that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have those moments. I have a lot of my line sisters are younger than me.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, so it's different having those moments with them, those hour moments. But and just like that is so refreshing. I think a lot of people ragged on it a lot. But I don't
Really?
yeah, like the first season. I haven't heard any bad things about this season. But I actually like this season better. I think it's because the first season, you know what happened. So for anybody who doesn't know, Mr. Big dies on the first season. You should have already seen it. But if you didn't see it, there's spoiler alert, Mr. Big dies on the first season. And just like that is a spinoff from Sex and the City. It is missing Kim Cattrall. But as they added, I don't even know her name. What's her name? Nicole Ari Parker?
Yeah, and they added she's like some other culture. I can't think of her name. She's
Yeah,
like
I
the
think
realtor.
yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah, yeah.
her.
Yeah, I like her too, and I like Nicole. So I think
Me too.
it was a really good addition to add. Shout
Yeah.
out to one of my sorors, Megan. Me and her, we try to keep each other on task with the show because I'm not gonna lie, it's good, but then I fall asleep. I think Sex and the City puts me in a very calm state because I love this show, but I always fall asleep, and it's not because it's not interesting. Because this season has been very interesting, and so
Yeah,
I
it's really good.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, but anyhow, uh, yeah. So, how's your week been? I forget that we're not at the end of the Sundays when we usually come on a Sunday. We used to be like, "How's your
Oh
week been?"
yeah.
A little different
Um,
now.
my week. Well, I'm having some challenges in the workplace, but
Hmm.
other than that, I'm being
What do you think?
fed very well.
How you feel about micromanagers?
Well, hopefully my manager will never see this.
Well, I didn't say yours. I just said micromanagers as a whole.
Well, I really try not to take this route, but I usually go there when I'm thinking and trying to make sense of it, is that I have more than one degree and I don't
You
need
do.
to be micromanaged. And
Uh,
so usually I have more degrees than my manager. In all cases, I've had the most degrees on my team.
True.
And it hasn't served me well yet, at least not for my ego or my pride. And it's humbling to find out that people think that I need assistance as they are suggesting and micromanaging me.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do micromanaging, but I think as we have this whole remote world, I think that micromanaging has become to an all-time high because I think managers are more concerned that we're not doing what we're doing. I actually think that people are actually I actually think that people are actually more productive at home. I see a comment, time to be a manager. I managed for 10 years and I don't want to go back to it. It was extremely
I
stressful.
think he was probably talking to me, but
Yeah, I figured it was extremely stressful. Management on my end was stressful. I
yeah,
managed a lot.
yeah. It is a lot. It's hard. But even when we were in an office, Tasha and I had the same employer at one point. And even in the office, I was micromanaged to the point where I would put signs on my chair to let them know I was using the restroom. Um, and that I would be back in 5 to 10 minutes based off of my bowel movements.
Ridiculous.
And we had cues, quality control cues that we would have to put ourselves in, and they would come around with the iPad and ask, well, where is so and so, because she's obviously not in her chair, at her chair. So even like in the office, it can be a problem too.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I think that that's why I said in the office and out of the office, the effect being effective, you weigh it differently. But I think it's truly about the person. Like if
Yeah,
you
it can.
lazy, I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
so yeah, this was I'm coming off of I went to I don't think since we talked last, I went to Dîner Le Blanc. Le
Oh
Dîner de Le
yeah, where all the black people dressed up in white.
Well, in this case,
All the bougie black people.
it happened to be in Hampton Roads, and the majority is African American. This is not an African
Were
American
there white people there?
majority event. Yes, there were
I love
Caucasian.
that for them. That's diversity. I love that.
Yeah, like they had women on stilts, and those women were Caucasian.
Oh, they weren't there for the food. They weren't
Huh?
there. They were entertainers, Sasha.
Yes. No, no, no. There were people there for
And
that
still,
was dressed in all white. No, no, no. There were people in all white that were
hey,
not
I'm like,
African American.
hey, wait a minute. And I thought you were saying,
Anywho, anywho, it was great. I had a good time. I'm not really for like bringing my own shit though. Excuse my French. I'm not really for that. Like bringing your own table and stuff. I wasn't for that. Hey y'all. So yeah, but it was fun. I went with sorority sisters and we had a ball. So shout out to Eta Lambda. We had a great time. Leanne was there. She partied with me like it was 1999.
and so there was some white on white. So we love white on white.
I mean, it was. I told you it was some there. You didn't believe it. You thought it was a Black Lives Matter situation. It was not. I mean, it might have been, but you know. Anywho, so what are we talking about tonight? What you got on the table for us tonight?
So first, we have a little throwback moment. I have a clip prepared for us. And before
Mm,
I play this clip, I'm going to preface it by saying I was about 65 pounds heavier in this clip. Now, the reason why I'm prefacing that now, I didn't want to show this clip, but being that it's out there for the internet to see anyway, it doesn't matter. And I will also say that you too can lose weight if you're trying to. This is proof,
right.
okay?
I'm here for it.
And you can also invest in a Peloton. We're not sponsored by them, but that is what did the job.
Time keeps these shoulders greasy and nice and pointy. See these pointy
Yes,
shoulders?
we did not. In this picture, I did not have slim shoulders. And so we won't ever go back to that again. But in this video, we were talking about a show called Black While Missing or Missing While Black. Can't remember the exact title. What is the exact title?
I don't know.
Oh, you looked at me like, dang,
I
you're
look
prepared.
you like, girl, I don't know it either. I mean,
Okay. So we were talking about Missing While Black, and I'm not going to give the whole thing because I want you guys to see our reaction and what happened during the show. And I'm actually very prepared. I know how to share a file on this season. So let's just
We have grown. It's called growth. It's right there in the DMV.
Oh,
And
she's
what?
here. Oh my
Who's
goodness,
here?
she's in the chat.
Who's in the chat?
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
we're
goodness! Oh my god!
standing out. What?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Oh
I did send it over to her this morning. I
my
sent it over to the
goodness.
foundation
You're
and let them
amazing.
know that we were doing this. So, okay, let's get back on track so that she can hopefully she'll stick around.
Okay.
Yes. So, anyways, I know Natalie, if anyone's seen it, please put in the chat that you've seen it.
We're doing the thing. We're doing all the good things today. Okay, go ahead, Tasha.
Can we get back on track?
Sorry.
So I know Natalie had her own issue with racial profiling in her son. And if you watch episode 1, they talk about it.
Okay, that was flawless. It was seamless. That was a seamless process right there.
I must say we both looked a little fluffy.
No, you did not, girl. Okay, let me also say this. I had on a church merch shirt. That is half the reason why I was jumpy. Okay, I'm being real with y'all. I was running the church.
Anywho, there's a reason for you showing this, I'm sure.
Yes. So today they posted on their Instagram, I believe that there was an article that came out in reference to their episode or their series. So the series was originally on HBO Max. It is now on Hulu as well. And it was just a pivotal moment for us because one, Tasha produced that show, which and we don't have any sequence or like mastermind on who produces the show, who comes up with the topics or anything, but this was something that she was extremely passionate about. And primarily because, one, we Black, and two, we love being Black. And so we love to bring, highlight the fact that to our community and bring light to certain situations. And so it was really dope. Yes.
Black and Missing Foundation. That's the name of the foundation. Is Black and Missing. That was the name of the show, I believe, was the Black and Missing Foundation show.
Okay, well, maybe we can get the link and put it in the chat if anybody wants to go to their website and check out any more information on how they can donate or anything like that. Either way, it was it was a show that Tasha was passionate about as well as I. And I just think that it's super important for us to kind of look back on where we came from to where we are. And this is like the reason why we do what we do. It may not be thousands and thousands of people watching us right now and or on live, but the point is that our voice matters, one. Two, this is our footprint on like the world and in like the internet world. So these videos will never go down, and we will always keep them up for our future generations. And so, yeah, I thought it was just really good to like touch back on that. And how do you feel about it?
That was dope. To kind of give my side of it, I think we watched it on HBO Max, or I might have watched it first. I was blown away by it because there's a lot of African Americans that are missing, and goes unnoticed. That means that people are kidnapped by bad boyfriends, kidnapped by people they don't know. It's just that unfortunately we're overlooked because of the color of our skin, and it's not important at all. And so they did a whole documentary on it on HBO Max. I think Danielle said it's on Hulu now. So if you have Hulu, definitely log in and check it out. You'll be blown away. Okay, first of all, because you won't believe the stories, and these are stories about people that are never found. And so that was the part that shook me the most. Like the one lady took her baby, and I think they were like 52 years old when the sisters end up meeting again. And anybody who has a sister or a close friend or family member, forget that a sister, you know what I mean? You realize that you both share the same parents, and you lived a whole life because of somebody who really didn't have their mental right, and they took a baby. And so the group, they actually, I believe this is when they connected them. But I shared it with my mom and my sister, and it became a thing for us. And then I wanted to do a show on it. And because I have this platform, I could do the show. We did the show. But before the show, I said, hey, I'm going to slide in their DMs real quick. So I slid in their DMs. They did not respond, but apparently they were watching. So somebody's always watching, right? So they saw it. They clicked on the link, and they joined the conversation. And throughout that entire show, if I remember correctly, people were asking, like, how do we help? So they were like sending them links and emails. They were even putting their email links so that we can volunteer. And that is something you can do. You can go to their website. We often repost whoever's missing on the Or Not podcast Instagram. So if they post something on their Instagram, we repost it. And so that's kind of something near and dear. But the reality is they're still growing and they're still putting that knowledge out there. And that's super dope. So just happy to have the platform. So that made me smile. And nice to see how far we've come. It's interesting to like look back at shows. Not even to that. To me, I just feel like the lighting wasn't it. The backgrounds or this, my background is the same, but the lighting is better. Like it was just a lot going on in that clip.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. So that was first part of the segment. Second part is where the juicy stuff comes in, y'all. So if you have a friend, if she's single, even if you got a friend and she's married, if you got a friend who has so much to say about women and women who got so much to say about men, this is when you share it. I mean, you share the link now because it's about to go down. We have several clips to share with you.
Thank you, Anita.
Thank you, Anita. We have several clips to share with you. We're doing like a reaction podcast today. So we're going to play the clip, react to it, and we want our co-hosts, you guys in the chat as well, to react and let us know what you think. And so the backstory to this is that I have a very serious obsession with Kendra G's Instagram dating show. So backstory is Kendra G is from WGCI morning show in Chicago. The only reason why I know that is because I have a serious obsession with Chance the Rapper, and he always shouts out WGCI in his songs. So that's where I found out about Kendra G. So Kendra G was single, I think, during the pandemic. Maybe, I'm not certain about that, but she started a Instagram like dating show to like connect people during the pandemic because we were all secluded. And this has been going on since the pandemic. So Kendra G has now like thousands and thousands of followers. She's starting a dating app, which is going to probably be awesome. I won't be on there, thank God. But there will be a dating app for you single people out there. So, with that said, and there was this man who came on earlier this week, maybe. I don't know. What? Wait a minute. Okay, so we have a co-host in the chat, and the co-host is Anita. She said, I was on the Kendra show when she just started during the pandemic, when she only had 500, and now she has over 5,000. Okay, first of all, I don't know. You're probably not prepared, but we will need to do a recap with you one day on what happened. And if
Anita, can you get to lighting so that we can bring you in?
Yes, please.
First of all,
what episode that is, so I can pull it up.
If anyone's ever watched our show, we do girls' nights with panels. Anita is on our girl night panels, almost all of them. She's a very close friend of mine, and has become a big sister to my sister. And the fact that she's just telling this on air is very odd. This has blown my mind. I don't know. We're going to have to play me back because I was blown away just now. I was like, and my sister saw my face. Anita. Okay. All right. Continue. I'm sorry. Yes, right. Anita started me watching the show. Yes, this is true.
Okay. Okay. So if anyone else has seen the show, drop like something down in the comments to let us know. So this clip is about a man who apparently he makes 6 figures. I'm going to show like parts of it. I was only able to edit 2 clips so far. So we might have to do like some rewinding and fast forwarding for the other long clip that I have downloaded. So this clip that I'm going to show us first is just pulling up real quick. This is like him introducing himself, and Kendra is asking him why he is still single. So let's take a look at this.
6 figures, 6 feet tall. I'm still single, 44 years old. So all y'all women out here talking about y'all looking for the man that's 6 feet tall and dark and all that, say that nonsense. Why am I still single? Explain it to me.
Okay, bro, you coming in hot now. Well, Byron is for you. I think men are the pursuers. So why do you think you're single?
I refuse to settle.
And what is settling to you? Give me examples what you would consider
So
settling.
I live debt free. So I don't want a woman who's all about the entourage, trying to live with the Joneses and be with the Joneses, all that. I don't have time for all that.
Okay. Would you date a woman with kids? I know you don't have any kids.
I'll date a woman with kids. I don't mind. As long as you're willing to have my kids, I'll take care of you and your kids. Just have my kids. I have no kids.
Okay, let's stop right there. Wait a second. Woo, is there a lot to unpack here? I don't know what he says after this, so I can't even confirm or deny. What is your initial reaction to this man? I don't know his name. I can't remember.
I don't know. I wish I did know his name. It's a
It's
lot.
not necessary.
It's a lot to unpack. He said he wants the part that I don't have a problem with him having expectations. I think the part that bothers me the most.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what a lot of the comments did say that. Renata. See, I
he
didn't say that.
seems.
I know who Renata is. A lot of people said that in the comments.
Yeah. So okay, let's unpack this real quick.
Okay.
I don't
So
understand why he's upset. He's
yeah,
very
another co-host says that he's slim got a bag but no game. Okay, Natasha. So you say he's very upset. Break that
he's
down.
very upset, and then he's like, "I want to know why I'm single." First of all, this is not that platform for that. I don't feel like you came on the show to find out why you were single. You came on the show to pursue, and this is not coming off as attractive. And then you talking about you want more, you want kids, and you're gonna take care of my kids. If I have a kid, how you know? What if I don't want kids and you want
Okay,
kids?
well, I can just go ahead and let you know now that if you don't want kids, he don't want you. And he says that later on in this video, okay? He needs to heal an angry little self. Yeah, he does need to heal. But apparently he's not little. He says he has all the sixes. So if you are a Kendra G fan, like I am, you know that women apparently want all the sixes. They want you to have 6 figures, 6 inches, and they want you to be 6 feet tall. So
Really? I
yeah,
know.
that's the thing, though, that Kendra cousins.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Interested in
about
finding
that.
out.
Yeah.
And so he mentions that, like, I think in a second. So let's see what else he has to say real quick.
Okay. Roll the clip.
So you want a woman that's willing to have kids, and you would be a stepfather to her children if she has
No, I'm
them.
not going to be a stepfather. I'm going to be a father.
What? Byron coming through. How tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
You're 6'4". Okay. You have no kids, and then okay. So you said you got all the sixes. So I'm assuming you made 6 figures.
All the sixes. So all them women out there looking at the other part got that covered too. What y'all talking about? Let's go. Next question.
I mean, you're saying so the reason you feel like you're single is because you don't want a woman that wants to live above her means? Is there any other reason?
No, I know why I'm single. I'm single because women sit there and talk about what they really want, but they don't really want what they're talking about. They want the wedding, but they don't want the marriage.
Okay. So we're gonna put that right there, and we're gonna remove him for a second.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. I'd much rather the marriage than just the wedding.
So are you not the majority? I mean, because apparently, according to him, you are the minority. If
I
you
think
just
the women want both. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I think a woman wants a wedding, definitely. I had a wedding. It was a very large and lavish wedding, but look where it got me. So you can have a large and lavish wedding, you could still end up with no husband. I personally don't think the wedding has anything to do with it. I personally think that a woman wants both. And why not allow the woman to have both? Well, if a woman wants a fairy tale wedding and the man is okay with it, then go for it. But that's something you should talk about in your relationship or as this builds to a marriage status.
yeah,
Do you want to go to the courthouse? Do you want to go to the park? Do you want to like a full blown event? But I don't even know why we're talking about this because he has all of the sixes. As if I would ever talk to a man with that much. He has so much attitude. I feel like calling him ma'am. He is
So
just
that's
so
interesting you
nasty.
say that. So because I was in the comments with the Kendra cousins when I was
Were
watching,
you?
I was watching it back. I didn't say anything.
Oh.
I didn't get to catch this man live, but I usually do because my notifications are on for YouTube and Instagram. So I don't know how I missed him, but they were like, he's giving very much sass. And they were like, he's very sassy. So he has a lot of
Very.
not. I was about to say gravitas, but that's not the right word. I think gravitas is masculinity, isn't it?
I think so. This co-host says that he sounds butthurt.
He
He
sounds
does.
like a bitter Betty. So if this was a woman, this is a good point. If this was a woman and she came on there on Kendra G's show and she was like, I have 6 figures. I only want a man to have kids with him. If you got kids, that's fine.
You
As
have
long
to
as
have 6 inches, and
he
you
has
have to
to,
have.
you have to be able to have sperm that I can take and make more babies. And if you don't, then I don't need you. He was like dead set on having kids. So he's like in his 40s. But towards another part of the clip that maybe we'll get to see, I'm not sure based on time. But he was talking about how he really needs to have a kid. So he was like really looking for an incubator.
So basically, he's looking for an incubator. He just needs somebody to provide the service.
Yeah, but I know that some men do some men will that is like something that they desire for, and that's not anything wrong with that. Just like women, I desire to have a kid. I'm not going to go for an older man who's 85 and he's not prepared,
Fully equipped.
Yes, he can't get me what I need. So I understand what he's saying in that reference, but he just seemed like he wants a tax. I don't know the co-host LaWanda if he wants a tax deduction. I mean, he seemed like he probably wants to like raise a kid. That's probably a genuine
their
desire.
father, so there probably is. But I mean, I understand. It's the presentation for me. I just feel like he's just very aggressive.
He's very aggressive. It gets worse.
You have that clip of him getting worse?
He actually targets us in regards to our demographic.
Oh yes, this is good. I need everyone that's up here to stay up here. Well, they're dropping like flies. F it.
They'll watch it back.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. They really are dropping, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Even if you check off the wants that a woman wants, still doesn't mean someone wants you. Mr. Ma'am got an attitude, sassy, and in his feelings. Mr. Ma'am does have
Ma'am.
And this is the first time that the co-host LaWanda has ever seen it. She said that back up here.
Really?
So I don't know if anyone else has seen it. If you've ever seen it, please put it in the comments. We'll check it out. If you've never seen it, because me and my sister both had seen it separately at separate times. So
okay, so let's listen to this really quick.
Next question.
Now, does she have to make a certain amount of money for you?
No, she does not. She can work at Dollar General. She can work at Dollar Tree, making them $5.75 an hour if she wants to. I'm gonna take care of the house, have my children. Period. That's the difference between some of these males and some of these men. Some of these men worried about what you make it. I don't care what you make.
You have something to say?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I got all that at home. I'll take care of all that.
Okay.
So one of the women at home with the little high school degree and all that, I love you. I ain't got a problem with you. Them doctors and them nurses and all the master's degrees and all that, them people that said they had to put a title on their name, you can say your title. I don't care about your title. Your title mean nothing to me.
Why don't you like the accomplished woman?
I don't have a problem with the accomplished women. What I have a problem with some of the accomplished women, they're about their career and then they want to settle down and have a man. And I have a problem with that. If you're really about a relationship, then you'll have the man, and then whatever accomplishments happen, they just happen. I don't have a problem with it. But some of the women that be on your show, Kendra, they be talking about, I have a doctorate, I have this, I have that. Man, the average man don't care about what you have. We don't care about all that. You can work at Dollar General. You can work at McDonald's. As long as I can come home and you have my children, you can make me a meal if I need a meal, I'm good to go. Nobody care about all that other stuff. Me personally, I don't. Because all you doctors, all you master degree people out there, you got student debt.
Okay, so another thing before we go into co-host Lawanda, what she has to say. She's on fire tonight. So basically, he's saying the student debt thing because remember he said he don't have no debt. He's
Does he
not
say
gonna
what
take.
does he say what he does?
You know what he didn't say? What he I don't recall seeing that in the clip. And she
It
usually
doesn't
asks that
talk
question.
about what he does for a living.
She
That's
usually
very
asks that question, but I don't think she was able to get it out because he was so aggressive. I mean, he came in with she didn't really even have to ask the questions because he's like an avid watcher. So he's like, boom, this is what I want. This is how much I make. This is what I want. And so he just kind of shot it at her.
he was probably very happy that he made it on the show.
Yeah. So our co-host says that he is wanting to stay alone. And another co-host said he's very controlling. That y'all sick of him. So Tasha, what do you think?
I do think that Mr. Ma'am is extremely hurt. I think Mr. Ma'am something happened. He dated a woman. What's wrong? Why are you laughing?
Something happens to everyone. We're all hurt.
He's going through his healing journey, and he's really having a hard time with this. There was a woman before this, like recent. This was a recent situation.
Are you psychic?
I'm feeling like it's all coming through right now. And it's all coming through. And she really hurt him. She really had her SHIT together. And, he does not like that because he felt that she left him because she had her SHIT together. Which leaves the question of what he does for a living. I think it's odd that he doesn't talk about. You talk about you can take care of everybody. Well, what do? You're calling out all these tasks. She got this. She got
wait,
that.
you know what? I do think I remember. So I think he's a retired from the military, and I think that he does. I can't remember what his other his 9 to 5, but apparently he can work anywhere because he said that he can move to wherever she lives.
Point would not want to be home with him and not working and depending on money. Let me tell you, that is something you don't want to be. Is home with a man, at home, not no job with a man like that.
Yeah,
because there's not going to be any. Your say so doesn't count. You don't have any say so.
Right.
And I think it was funny that he almost wants you to be the woman that makes $5 an hour. If that's
because he wants you to depend on him.
Right.
Which exactly. Is, I think in a relationship, you should be depending on each other. Absolutely. Whatever your strengths are, that person takes the lead. If you have, weaknesses, the other person.
Life be lifing. Life be lifing. Right. So if it happens over here, you should be able to go to your girlfriend and be like, hey. Or should be able to feel comfortable to say, she got me. Or you know what I mean?
Your girlfriend can't get you if she's working at the Dollar Tree.
Now, nothing's wrong with working at Dollar Tree or Dollar General, but I'm sure people that work at Dollar Tree, but I'm sure people that work at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, they don't want to work there.
No, but I feel like I understand what you're saying. And I don't mean to say like you shouldn't be working at a Dollar Tree, Dollar General. By all means, money is money. I might need to work there for a second job too. In fact, I am looking for a second employment. So if anybody is hiring, that's neither here nor there. But just putting that out there, I would consider you my resume tonight.
Drop your email in the comments.
Especially if you have any pull in HR or anything like that. So I'm just saying, I feel like he's looking for a less than partner. Right. Apparently 6 inches is not long enough for our co-host LaWanda. But
Wanda said that is not the number.
She said that ain't the magic number, y'all. She did say that earlier up in the chat as well.
She's on fire tonight.
And so I just think that he's looking for somebody less than, so that one, he can control them, he can have some type of authority over and have the upper hand. You don't want to be with somebody who's trying to have the upper hand over you. You should have it should be an equal playing field.
Should be.
Or whatever that is. Not I shouldn't, just because I don't work, just because I'll make 6 figures doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to ask you, tell you you know what I mean? Make decisions.
Well, I don't get a choice what's for dinner because
Because that's what if
Who
he's
goes
trying
to
to
the
get
bathroom? Look, who goes to the bathroom first? Do we choose that?
that, yeah,
Like, that's not fair at
it's not
all.
fair at
You have
all.
another clip?
I do have the full clip, but
There's more?
yes. But I will put it up here and I'll see if I can fast forward.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
let's
you have
see.
the beginning, like where he first
Six
comes on, or is that what
figures,
we watched? Or no?
6 feet tall. I'm
Yeah, we
still
already seen that.
Feel like you're single is because
spending 6 figures. What are you really getting?
He's saying a
If I'm
marriage.
making $70,000 a year, example, if I'm making $70,000 a year and I'm investing and I'm saving $20,000 a year, what would you rather rent? What would you rather have? The man that's making 100,000 and in debt because he's spending his 100,000, or the man that's making 70,000 and he's investing and saving 20,000? So some of y'all women need to get y'all priorities straight. Next question, I'm ready. I've been waiting on this show. Lord have mercy, I've been waiting on this show. I be sitting and listening to women get on here and they bash black men, and I sit there and just accept it and take it for what it is. But I was so happy to get on here so I can tell my story. Y'all got it so confused. It's black men out here ready to be married and ready to settle down, but y'all give us a hard ass time. Next.
And another thing, Kendra G does not like it when people say next question. And for some reason, she let him slide on this. And she even
I
mentions
know
it
why. Because he
in the
was making
clip.
a straight pure tea ass out of himself. This is a mess.
By himself for 500, Alex. Well, Wanda strikes again. And Wanda follows up.
Oh
Wanda
my
said he is truly mad. The Wandas are in the building.
The Wandas are taking over the
The
show.
Wandas are taking over the show.
I can't
Yes.
even get the comment off the page. Okay. Okay, do you have more or are you done?
No, we have more. Let's see what else this man has to say.
Next question.
now does she have to make a certain amount of money for you?
Oh, we already saw that.
Why don't you like the account?
And a bunch of it. So I'll take that person at McDonald's with no student debt over you, your little 100K student debt. Yeah, I'm talking about that because I'm debt free, so I can talk about all them doctors out there. Let's go. Next question, Kendra.
They're saying, why are you so angry?
I'll tell you why I'm angry. I'm angry because I listen to your show and I hear so many women get on this show and they sit there and say 6 figures. First thing they say is 6 figures. Now, mind you, I didn't make 6 figures all my life.
What's there?
So you sat there and knocked me because I.
Yes.
Quick question. So that's a very good question. If you're dating someone,
Who is serious?
if you're dating someone, are you supposed to? How do you find out if the man makes 6 figures?
Oh, well, it's context clues, but you want to go into that now or later?
I would love to know. I don't think
it. Go ahead.
I don't know if that's any of my business.
It's
So
not your business. It's not.
when you're dating someone and you guys are in a pretty much an exclusive relationship, I'm not asking you how much you got paid yesterday.
No, you're not. But I mean, if you have intentions on possibly walking
That's
down the
further
alley,
down the line, though. That is further down the line. That is
you
just.
mean how much further? When he asks you, can you get married? Well, can I ask for your hand in marriage?
There's a co-host in the chat. He said they want to hear these clues. So you said you have there's clues. There's context clues. You
Who
said
is Deshaun Born? Are you?
it's DC born. I know this person.
Okay, is that
it doesn't matter because I don't know the context clues. You're the one.
Okay. Okay, wait, let's see what our other co-host says. She said, we love this one. She said, so are you not going to address his math? What's the math? The 6 inch, LaWanda, are you still on the 6 inches or are we talking about 6 figures?
I just want to, I'm very interested in this piece. Like,
70,000. Yes. Okay, let me address that really quick. But first, let me get to this question. Who is Darius? Yeah. Well, put that in the
Corvette want to know.
Right.
I know who Darius is.
Okay, Anita, you can put Darius' Facebook link in the chat if you'd like us to check on in on him. Now, in regards to okay, apparently Darius is the daggone devil, y'all, and we will be rebuking him.
Steer.
So, with that said, in regards to on the show, these women get to ask kind of intrusive questions. Well, she kind of asked intrusive questions to kind of filter through people for people. So that is a very like not inappropriate, but uncomfortable conversation to have if you're interested in someone seriously. I think that you can't come right out and ask, be like, hey, do you make six figures? Also, 6 figures is really 5, y'all, because I'm very close and Tita either way, and I'm still broke. I don't know. And so what I'm saying is, so 6 figures.
Drop your email in the comments if you got a job for my sister.
You're hiring. I'm willing to take on another employment opportunity. But what I'm saying is, like, taxes come out. It's not sometimes 100,000 is really could possibly be 90.
Right.
So that's not fair. I understand what he's saying.
Or 6 figures gets you to a bonus. Like if a bonus
Yeah.
includes,
I do think that he made a good point when he's like, I don't know if he's a good man, but I think that he's fair when he says that there are good men who don't make 6 figures. And a lot of women.
I think that's my point. Here's the thing. When I get blown up, just for a second, because
depending on where you live, yes, I'm in Atlanta.
Can you take him away? Can you take this man that reminds us of Darius?
I'm born.
No, I was just wanting you to remove Darius. We're gonna call this man right here Darius. Can you move Darius? Okay, so that's my point. Okay, my point is, one, that's not something you lead with. I don't know how much my boo made, but I don't need to know as long as he helps take care of whatever I need. How is that my business in this juncture? Yes, plans for the future, yes, but why do I need to know right this minute, or even period, as long as you know your man taking care of home? I don't really understand that piece.
I think that with these people who are coming on this show, they are
on the show.
What?
That's why they're on the
show. They're asking questions like that.
No, like there's a level of desperation there. I hate to say this.
Oh no, I don't think these people are asking these kind of questions when they're dating. Nobody's really going and having a
you know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit down at dinner and be like, you can't sit down at dinner and be like, yeah, how are you? I went to Virginia State. I did too. Oh, great. Do you make 6 figures? Ooh,
I think that women here in Atlanta do that.
Well, then so if the man tells you no, I'm shy of about 20,000.
They're gone. The women here in Atlanta
and they're alone.
Well,
because a man might make 80,000. Eventually, he might get the 6 figures. Yeah. But you can have a man. I don't mean no harm. You can have a man that's close to a millionaire and treat you like straight trash.
Yeah, but women. Right. You're not this woman, Tasha. You're not this type of woman that.
No, I mean, I'm speaking on behalf of Darius, this man. That's his new name.
Who is Darius?
The new man's name is Angry Man. No, the Angry Man. I named him Darius because I don't know his name.
Byron.
Oh, Byron. Remember that? Remember that? What was it? The Bow Wow movie? And
Byron.
A man with 6 figures can treat you like you know what, but a man who makes an average 45,000 plus will treat you like a queen.
That's true. I agree with that. But I'm just trying to break it down for y'all in regards to these questions, because y'all are new to the Kendra G show. So she asked questions that people don't want to necessarily ask. She's trying to help these people get married off. I believe she's had several successful marriages come out of her show.
Hi, Charles.
Hey, Charles. And if y'all missed last week's episode, Charles broke down one of the BET awards was the Bad Entertainment Awards. But please go check out that.
I hope he comes back next week with a dress code.
Takeaways.
The takeaway was he needs to have a dress code prepared. If he's unavailable next week, we'll take the next week after. But we will definitely need that dress code, Charles. If you want to keep this man going, you can. I don't know.
No, it's fine. I think we can continue with this a little bit until the end of the show or wrap it up early. But I think that the idea, so the clue in regards to the clues, because that seemed to be a hot topic, I think that there are certain things that can indicate whether a man is maybe not making six figures, but whether or not he's doing well for himself, and whatever well for himself could be different on different scales. I think that you can, you gotta ask what you do for work.
Work, right? I agree with that.
So if he says that he is a babysitter,
then you already know.
Chances are he's not making 60,000.
Right.
That's a clue.
But if he pays all his bills and don't owe the IRS or nobody else, so that I'm just saying, like you have to weigh your options.
Yes,
I mean, I think,
but nobody's how you gonna know if he doesn't owe the IRS? You gonna ask, do you owe the IRS?
No, you have to find it out in the long run. I think that's my point. Is that you need to find it out in the long run. It's not something that you should go in. I think it's the word from the week for me. Two things I want to start: a word of the week, and then the second thing I want to start is right now. If you've had how about this? If you had something good happen to you between last week when you saw us on Thursday and today, please put it in the comments because we want to show you love. So if you have something, you got a new job, you dumped that whack boyfriend, or you got you a new car, you got a new what?
New man.
Got a new man.
Some new sneakers, a new bra.
Bras are important. So drop it in the comments to something good happened to you this week.
Oh, yes, 2 new jobs. Are they hiring? You work from home because I know you're not here in Atlanta, but are they hiring?
Congrats, co-host.
So what were you saying?
As a PSA, women. I think Byron was ridiculous. That's one. I think that he waited a long time to get on that show, and he just fired off.
Oh, we got another job. Somebody else got a new job. Okay, y'all really getting this money.
Honey. So I think Byron was completely. He needs to go go to a therapist. I do. That's one. I said the word for the week is intrusive. The word is intrusive, and I think that he was extremely intrusive, and I think that also people have
intrusive.
Because he was just in the way. Huh?
No, that won't hit. That won't hit for him.
Well, what was it then?
He's just rude and angry, Tasha. It's not intrusive. He's intrusive on her show. He came on the show for a reason.
For intrusive, like all the things that you want out of a woman, like you're not gonna find out half that mess in the first 6 months.
What you mean? That's why he on the show, so he can sift through y'all.
I'm not in that population. Thank you.
What population? No, you are.
I'm not in the dating population.
The Kendrick cousins. He was hoping to sift through them, filter through them suckers, and find him a woman who was young, ready to have some kids, worked at McDonald's, and was willing to take on what?
Nothing. She's getting personal. Don't worry about it. Yeah, what's this? Yeah. I'm done.
Well, co-host. Luckily, I'm not in that group chat because I'm the only sister.
Here, drop those mics. So,
I also have a therapist.
Oh, on this week. Okay, so let's wrap this bad boy up. I think it was I think that was a very thought-provoking episode for Kendra. Did you see the one where Kendra had the man in jail that called?
No, can you send me that?
That was so good. Y'all, he even sung songs like the Mariah Carey song.
Was he good? She let him do like 5 bars or something. Because if you know how to rap,
no, he was like say a word and he'd be like, like that song, "We Belong Together." And he would just go, and he wasn't a singer. No, he wasn't. It was like he had a voice, but he was like, they would kill me if they knew I was on here, and he was like,
the guard.
I guess. I mean, the government. I mean, he said he had been in there since he was 18 and he was 28. So that was
Well,
kind
you know, we've talked to cousins on FaceTime before, I believe.
I know, but he had been there since he was 18. That baby, and he hasn't even thought of it. He was like, I've never been with a woman. And he was telling all this business on Kendra. Kendra was like, and
See,
I swear I tuned it all the way in. I was like,
her show is good, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, she goes live almost every night. She either starts on Instagram or Facebook, and then she goes to YouTube. So she's on every platform. And we are not getting paid by Kendra G. But if she sees this girl, I love it. I love it.
Yes. So we had a good show tonight. Thanks for all of our co-hosts. We really appreciate you tuning in. I think it gave a lot of something to think about. It's on Kendra's page. So definitely go up there and send it to all your friends. Put it in your group chat. See how other people feel about it.
And it's a great conversation starter. If you are, you might be dating someone and you might want to open up the conversation. If you want to find out if she's making 6 figures, you might want to send it to her.
So it's 6 figures, 6 inches, and what's the other? Oh, 6 feet.
6 feet. Yeah. So that's apparently a thing that women want. I'm not necessarily one of those women because I've dated men who are under 6 feet and have made 50,000 and all the
How
things.
did you know? That's the part
because he worked for the city of Atlanta, and I also worked there, and I was only making 55, and I was in the office.
You can just look it up. You know exactly how much he made.
No. I just know that he was younger than me. I was working in the office, and he was in the field. So that means.
I know who you talking about?
Okay. I'm sure he's not making that still anyway. So So I
just think what I'm saying. Like that's the only way.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to come up to figure that out. But like Tasha said, it's not always about the number. If you guys can put your salaries together, you can make the 6 figures.
I mean, truly back in the day, from what I've heard, not back in the day and my back in the day, but back in the day, that's why people got married and they created unions.
Really? Is that why?
Because they wanted to. Two is better than one. We become a union so that we can grow and grow the family. A lot
of people instead of my one.
Yeah. Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on. Let's join because the two instead of the one is by itself is trash. So if you can find a good unit so that you can do that, you win. But unfortunately, the problem comes in when you have controlling characteristics. Now, I feel like everybody has controlling characteristics because you want things your way. Yes, there are some people that can't. They just want things their way. You don't want
everyone have. That's not a fair blanket statement. Now, everyone.
Well, that's like controlling characteristics. So that means like controlling potential. I have controlling characteristics. There are certain things that I would prefer. Now, does that mean I'm going to get it? No. I think the roles sometimes get a little shook up.
Yeah.
Because a man is a man. And if he's a controlling man, he wanted his way.
That man is controlling. Byron was controlling. So
Byron Darius Jackson. I named him his whole name, and I gave him a whole name.
Why Jackson? Because he was controlling, like Michael Jackson's father.
No, it just rolled off my tongue.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So you get what I don't know.
I agree with you. I think that there were some good takeaways in that.
Yeah, no, and hey, listen, co-host DC Born, please don't. I've never approached a woman leading with "I make 6 figures," and Wanda noted further up.
I don't know what this person is saying.
Huh?
Oh,
He said he's never walked up to a woman like, "Hey, I make 6
I just want to make sure I use the right pronoun, because that's the thing these days. He. I just wanted. So he's saying he's never walked up to a woman and said, "I make 6 figures." That's fair. I have never walked up to a man and said, "I make 5." I'm not going to.
I've never walked up to a man and said, "I've made 6," and I've never told a man that I dated. The man I date now knows how much I make.
Well, don't be intimidated now.
But I'm not married because he hold it down. So it doesn't matter.
Now that's a whole nother thing. Now I was having this conversation with somebody. That's a whole nother situation when a woman when we'll say either or makes six figures or more than you, are you then intimidated? Because you could be saying certain things that lead to intimidating.
Yes. I talked about this with somebody
today.
Yeah, I talked about somebody with, I think it was Anita. And you have to be careful, I think, that because I believe in the roles. I believe in the man being a man, the woman being a woman. So if you have the ability to assist and you're a woman, be careful with that because it may be offensive to some men because it's like, oh, you don't think I can take care of it.
Okay.
Because you got it and I don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I understand that. But so what, we supposed to just struggle because you ain't got it and I'm sitting over here trying to help you buy some eggs?
I mean, no, it shouldn't be that level of struggle.
$6.
So
I tell everybody on the job interview.
I'm co-host Wanda. That's where I got from.
Keep your money. Well,
you
gonna keep your money and not have no scrambled eggs in the morning?
I mean, you offer to assist, but somebody's
that's fine. You offer to assist, and then if they don't take it, then what? You buy the eggs on the side and put them outside in the garage and eat the eggs.
You figure it out.
Oh, she said it was a question.
Oh, well, there's my answer. I say, see, I just say if the man is able to take care of what he needs to take care of, let it be his business, bro. Like,
yeah, I think I get what you're saying, but I'm saying that there are sometimes the either other party, whether man or female, usually it's if you are a man and you're making less than the woman, sometimes that can be extremely intimidating. And some men aren't okay with having the woman because she got all the money.
About it, was it a man?
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like his situation. It was like someone else's situation.
What did he think?
I mean, he didn't really speak to that part. I spoke to him. I was like, well, I figured that wasn't going to work because the guy was making comments about a woman who was extremely successful, like about like certain parts of her life. And I'm just like,
and I think it's going to work. I think when people are dating and they come into situations such as where you're meeting someone that's 40 years old, 41, 35, 38, 36, they've already been established. So what are they supposed to do? I like you, you like me, we enjoy each other, but you got a problem with the fact that I'm successful. I was already successful before I met you.
Well, that's what Byron said. He's not trying to be with no successful woman because he don't like that. But I have a friend who's very successful. She works in the financial industry, and she met a guy at church. So he was a church going man. So she's like, ding ding. Then he's like, oh, you have a nice car. Wow. He's like, well, let's take your car to go for the hike. Those are questionable things. And I mean, those are like
little drops of things.
Yeah, so come to find out, like he said he was a fitness trainer, but everybody's a fitness trainer. I mean, not just you. I'm just saying that there are people who are saying they're fitness trainers and they're not, and they're just Instagram people in the gym.
People who don't have certifications or nothing.
Yeah, and so I'm not like I never found out. Not as any of my business, but I mean, we never found out like what he does for a living. We don't. And then you're commenting, you're making these little comments. It didn't work out, and not because of that. Yeah, it ended up not like she was like something wasn't clicking. Yeah, because we really don't know.
Yeah.
What your intentions are. Are you talking to me because I have a nice car? I make sure.
So then there goes to intentional. This is another topic at another day, but intentional dating. So you need to go in it like, boom, is the plan to join forces? Is the plan for us to be future? Because I didn't know what intentional dating was years ago. Of course, I knew.
Generation.
Yeah, I was new to it.
It's just your generation.
Yeah, and so now I went into this like intentional, like, yo, what we doing? This is what you want to do. This is not what you want to do. And I think that's super helpful because you kind of get an idea of like, okay, this is what you would like to do. This is where we're going. Kind of back to what I said about the generation before me or before me. That's when you pull your money together and it becomes our money.
But
I
when
think when does that happen? Is that what you're gonna say?
yeah, because I mean, you say you can't have those like hard conversations, but if you are being intentional, then those hard conversations should happen early on because I don't have time at 40 to sit here and wait 3 months and 6 months in to find out if you have enough money to pull in with me.
Yeah, but I think it's if both parties are living separate,
Yeah.
it's equal math. If we're both living separate, both paying rent, God knows you might be paying
Some
14.
people ain't paying rent. Some people might be with their mama.
Oh,
I'm
well.
not saying, I'm just saying like it might, just because that's your situation, that doesn't mean that's everyone else.
I mean, well, it is, but the women I know, they make more than their man normally and are dominant in their relationship as far as making the decisions. See, that's not what I come from, but I come from different. Well, we grew up in the same house in different times of our family's status. So there's a point when I grew up, my mom didn't work. She grew up with a working mom and a small school mom. So it's we grew up in different part times of the house, but I still believe that there are certain decisions that a man should make and certain decisions that a woman should make.
I don't disagree.
I don't think it should be made based off of how much I made. How about that?
Yeah.
That's what this is saying, right? That's what that's saying. That's
saying there.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I think that it's equal opportunity. I'm an EEOC type of girl. Equal opportunity for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, y'all. Something to definitely think about.
Some women say they made all the decisions and they had no money at first.
Well, then that's about the man. So then it's about the man, whether the man is a man that wants to be passive and not make any decisions, and he would prefer for you to just take charge. I give you the money, you take care of the bills, I work.
I don't know if that's considered passive. It's just like,
no. I
didn't that might not be the strongest point.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put those two together. I'm just saying that could be a characteristic. Is there could be a passive man who doesn't want to make those decisions. He just prefers you to just make them for him. Like, I don't care. That's the passiveness. Like, I do really care, but in order to prevent any type of conflict, I'm going to let you do it. That's a characteristic, though. That's a man. That doesn't. I mean, that's a characteristic of a person. I'm sorry, not a man in per se. It's very interesting.
It could be either or.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's based off of who you are, not your sex.
Yeah. Well, that was great, guys. Great co-hosting today. Everyone in the live chat.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you to all our new co-hosts and all our newly engaging co-hosts. We appreciate you too. You can expect more content from this from on us. We're going to do some more reaction podcasts. We're going to try to be more this season. We're trying to stay on trend, so we're going to talk about current topics as well as bringing in some other topics. So like we said previously, it's going to be just like a conversation that kind of goes as if we were on the phone with each other. You guys just happen to be little gnats like out here in Georgia listening in. Yes, there's a gnat problem here.
Job problems.
I'm also accepting gnat catchers, specifically the ones that you put on your window, so when the gnats fly by, they get stuck. So I'm looking for those as well. If there's a sale.
Anywho, share. This can be replayed back and will be available tomorrow morning if you want to share it via what's all the things? Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeart.
We're on all the streaming platforms, all the fruits and veggies. We're found on all, the outside of the grocery store for all the good things for your body.
Good stuff.
All the good stuff. And once again, we are so happy that you guys joined us, for allowing us to pour into you so that you can go into the rest of the week and pour into others. We love you guys. Have an amazing week and weekend. Don't get too crazy out in these streets. And try not to find you a Byron. Bye.